Mr. Rajesh Nirankari, can you see us? You are.
Yes, I can see you, Ravi. I can see you.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Wow,
can see
that's
you,
great. So
Ravi.
you're
I can
most
see you.
welcome on the Ravi PK live.
Wow, that's great. So you're
Podcast.
most welcome on the Ravi PK live podcast. Thank you so much, Ravi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ravi. Thank you so much.
That's great. So may I know a little bit about yourself?
So, may I know a little bit about yourself? Yeah, sure. My name is Rajesh Nirankari. I was born and brought up in Jaipur. Yeah, sure. My name is Rajesh Nirankari. I was born and brought up in Jaipur, and I'm doing job for last 20 years in different industries, different sectors, different sectors. And now I've decided to quit the job and work
Now
around
I've
my
decided
passion.
to quit the job and work around my passion.
Ravi, you are on mute.
Yeah, Mr. Rajesh. May I know a little bit about yourself?
May I know a little bit about yourself?
Thank you for giving me a very good opportunity to give me my information here. First of all, I want to say very good evening. And my name is Rajesh, and I live in West Bengal. I am working in educational department. It is an university where I am working, and I am not a professor. I am an administrator. I have been working, and I have been serving this institution since 2005. That's all, sir.
Ravi, you are on mute. You will have to
You
unmute
are on
yourself
mute.
every
You will
time.
have to unmute yourself. Yeah, and today I'm
Yeah,
really very,
and
very glad to
today
have
I'm
you both
really
of you
very,
here.
very glad to have you both of you here.
And because today we have, two
Because today we
persons,
have, two persons,
Rajesh Nirankari and one is,
Rajesh Nirankari and one is.
So, Mr. Rajesh Nirankari,
So,
I
Mr.
would like to
Rajesh
ask
Nirankari,
one
I
question
would like to
from
ask
your,
one question
experience.
from your, experience.
I know you have a, good
I know you
experience.
have a, good experience.
So, current challenge, okay, due to,
Current challenge,
pandemic,
okay, due to pandemic,
corona, what
corona,
kinds of,
what
challenges
kinds of
are you still facing?
challenges are you still facing?
And maybe that challenge
And
gives
maybe that challenge
you
gives
lots of problems.
you. Right, Ravi. Actually, the challenge that most of the people faced during the pandemic was they were not able to, move out of their places. Right. Many of them lost their jobs because they had to move to their home locations. You know that we have got cyclic labor in India. Like they move from places to places, different places, in search of bread and butter and work. Right. So the biggest problem I think they have faced is that most of them have lost their jobs, and on top of that, they were not able to do anything, outside their places. Whatever they could do only from their home, where they were restricted to by the government, right? Because they're not allowed to come out of their houses and do the work. So I think this digital world has shown us a new way. We can do a lot of things online, and if people would have adopted that path, I think they could have overcome that challenge. But again, literacy problem in India, illiteracy is there, right? The knowledge is not there. So the second problem was of illiteracy, and kind of people are not comfortable with the digital things right now. They don't know how to take advantage of social media, right? So that was again a very big challenge that came in front of them, because the people who are comfortable with it, they're working from their homes, right? Big corporates, if we talk about, the employees that are working in good corporate houses, they were trained to work from their home. Okay, so they are not facing the problem. But again, people who are illiterate, uneducated, and was not having knowledge of how to work on digital platforms, again faced this challenge. So these were a couple of challenges that people faced during the pandemic, I think. And Definitely, I would ask Rajesh sir to add on to this, and Ravi, you can also add on to what your thoughts are on this.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely right, and I totally agree. You well said. Lots of people are, facing many challenges. That challenge, could be uncountable. We cannot count because you are facing, different kinds of challenge. I am also still facing different kinds of challenge. So, but we can learn from those challenges. But I have seen most of people, they are affected from those challenges. They are not taking as a advantage. They are not taking as a positive way. They are not learning from those challenges. I have seen really lots of people. So instead of focusing problem, people should be focused how they can solve their problem. Because if we want to impact our life and another people life, if we want to become extraordinary and unstoppable, so first of all we should start solving challenge from our home, from ourselves. If we cannot change our life and we cannot solve our challenges, so how we can solve millions of people's problem? Because today's era, who are successful in a young age, so they all are problem solver mindset. Okay, they have solved millions of problem. That's the reason most of young people nowadays, they are becoming better version, they are becoming millionaire, even billionaire. So we should also keep that kinds of mindset. So everything start from our home, from ourselves, because we are the biggest reason to not becoming a successful, and we are the biggest reason about our failure. Okay, so today's era, just like I have been also running my own business. I am into winter jacket, and traditional business, there is a lots of challenge, lots of tons of and uncountable. So I have been also facing last lots of challenge. So I am not afraid from those challenges. So I am just taking life lesson. The more we will face challenge in our career, the more become better version of ourselves. We can become strong from our inner. So I always take opportunity in a always take it just like life lesson. I don't know about many poor people. So, Mr. Rajesh, another Rajesh, may I know what's Rajesh? May I know what's your opinion about that? What kind of challenge you are facing, and how you can solve your challenge, your challenge.
Right, it's a very question and it's a very good topic today you are brought here in your podcast. So I'm very glad to give this answer and also some what is happening in my early days, because as we know that this pandemic is coming in our life like a tsunami. So we don't know what we do in our next step. Because about those persons who are a salary person, they do not face any problem. I think it's my own perception, it's my own idea, but I'm talking about those people who are running very small industry, who was running their small business. I see and I believe that that time they having very worst, they seen their worst days because they do not running their small business, because all the peoples are stuck there in the during in the pandemic time, and they know how they seen their problem during that time. So and the other side, there are, if I talk about the big businessmen who are, they do not feel any type of anxiety, they do not feel any type of fear, whatever is when they do not consider to themselves because their business is grown very large, and they feel very happy that time because they give their whole time with their family. But there are so many people who are working in private company, and we also show in news channel 50% 50% is of the private sector employees, they are lost their work. So we know what happened that time. And people, if I want to talk about the people, they do not give up that time. They want to solve their problem with their own capacity because they know we have to survive. Whatever in coming our life, we have to survive anyhow. So they begin their new journey. So I can say, I would say here, whatever comes our in our life, whatever, like tsunami and any types of, so we can, we do not have to worry about. We have to need some do extraordinary. So that's all, sir. It's my own perception.
Really, really, that was learnable. So people learn from our experience and from this pandemic. So thank you very much for putting your effort and all okay in one platform, and where people can learn from our experience, because we cannot say we are now perfect, we should not learn that. So still I'm trying to learn many more things in terms of English skills, communication skills, and most important thing is that real life education. So I'm trying to learn real education. So first of all, I would like to ask one more question. So what are the things can be learned from this pandemic? Have you learned anything from this pandemic? Could you share from
Yes,
your story, incident, yeah, real life experience?
yes, definitely, Ravi. Change, it can come anytime. Like, it's not only this pandemic, we can expect worse things that might come in the future. It's just that you should adopt to that change and bring that change in yourself so that, you can go through these tough times, right? And if you'll not change, then probably the problem is going to arise. Definitely, it will be there, right? So, like when I came to know that the new normal is digital, right? People are going digital, online businesses are surviving and thriving. And when people are at their homes, definitely a lot of them are also interested in investing in themselves and their personality development. They want to, bring about changes in themselves. They want to learn new things, right? So when I felt this, that there is need in the society for that, I started, something online. Okay, instead of going the traditional way, I adopted the new digital world that is coming nowadays. Okay, so I took a course on digital marketing. I tried different platforms, social media platforms, right, and different ways through which we can, earn money sitting at our places. There are ways, right? You need not go out of your place, right? Instead of taking a live seminar, probably you can take a seminar from your home, right? Like the way you are doing. Okay. So the same thing applies to other people also. If they will try to learn the new things, okay, which this new digital age and the pandemic is teaching them, then there is no problem. But then if you are resistant to change, you are not ready to change, then the problem comes. Right? I was also not comfortable with a lot of things, the new things that came up, new digital media platforms, how to promote myself, how to promote my courses, how to get in touch with the people, how to get people who would listen to me and buy from me. But then once you learn it, things becomes really very, very easy. So it's just that you should have the desire, you should have that, fire in your belly, right, to learn those new things. And I think people who have done that have survived these tough times. And the people who could not change themselves, definitely there is a lot of problem for those guys, right? So that was my idea around the question that you asked. Thanks.
Yeah, you well said, and I can relate, from your feelings and the story, and that was really right. Many people are really they are not helping themselves. So how another people help to that person? Thank you very much. So I would like to share, what are the things I learned from this pandemic. I would like to share. So when lockdown came, so that time I had lots of time, and that time also I was about to depression really because of this pandemic. But somehow I got chance to improve myself. I got chance to like keep positive energy, okay, in myself. So that time what I was thinking, because that time I had lots of time to do it. And and I was very passionate about English skills. But I am only 10th pass from Hindi medium. You can relate my story. My English was not good, very bad. People don't want to speak with me, talk with me that time when my English was not good. So that time, what things I was missing. So that time, 1 years back, I was not able to find a good speaking partner. I was not able to, find a good, English environment where, I can share my knowledge, wisdom, where I can find, English speaking partner, okay, where I can, share my knowledge, experience, where, I can learn from another people, okay. It was very, difficult difficult challenge for me. But, I had a really very strong belief system. So suddenly, after 3 days, 1 years back, I got one application, and application name was I think Buddy Talk. So over there, from that Buddy Talk, people can interact around the world level. Means they can find out good speaking partner, not India level, around the world level. So I was, that time surprised, and I was that time feeling, so happy because that time I got good English environment, and where I can speak anytime according to my comfortable time and from anywhere. So that time what I did. So that time I started to start to talking someone else. I used to make call in a day 10 times because I need to practice more. My English was not good. So in a day, I used to make a call 10 times, and from over there, from that application, I learned a lot of things. I boost my confidence level. Now I can speak from my bottom of heart, and I can understand what another people are saying, and I developed listening skills also, because in every care, in every field, listening skills will be play a very very important role in our career. But that time again many things I was facing, because over there on that platform, when I used to make a call, so in a 10 call, I could not get good speaking partner. Means there would be network issue. Most of people are was were not good, whatever, and many more problems I was facing over there. But suddenly one idea came in my mind. So I should solve this problem, because this that problem was not only mine. That problem was for millions of people. So suddenly I took decision, now I will have to solve my problem. And suddenly after 2 3 days back, I like I I created one platform where people can find out good English speaking partner. Just like I created like a WhatsApp group where nobody can face like a network problem, and where people are like well professional. So now I have been running my English WhatsApp group last 1 years, and I have maybe 50, I think 50,000, not thousand, 50, 100, people over there. So if anybody want to join my WhatsApp English community, and if people are facing lots of problems, so they can join. Okay, and my WhatsApp group link would be available in the description box, because here I am serving. The more I will serve, the more I can get happiness. So this is the real source of happiness for me. This is the real success for me. So if people can solve big problems, so they can get big success in their career. If you are solving small problems, so people can celebrate a small success. So right now I am trying to solve big problems, so that I can solve big success. So first of all I can proud myself, I solved little problem, but that things giving me happiness and many more things. So these things I learned of from this pandemic. So yeah, this is that was my small incident, a small learning.
No, that's really great. You have given a community to the world where people can, solve their problems. So that's really great.
Yeah.
Really great.
So Mr. Rajesh, another Rajesh, what have you learned from this
What have
pandemic?
you learned from this
Share
pandemic?
with us.
You can share with us. Well, it's a very good happen from your side because you told that you did lots of work for not only you but also create some historical moment and historical platform like those people who are really want to learn their boost their communication skill. So thank you very much once again to you because you create a historical platform. I'm repeatedly this sentence. So thanks a lot to you, Mr. Ravi. And yeah, it is true that during the when the pandemic start, that time I'm thinking what I do because that time my office has closed and nothing to do in my home and but one thing to do I'm just teach my daughter because she's uh, in class fourth standard. So that time I'm just help her to many kinds of like some because her math is very poor and that time I just learn many type of everything I want to learn her and in the pandemic situation I'm just thinking that what I'm doing that it better for me. So that time I realized this time oh, this is the right time I can learn something. So that time I have been starting my journey, English communication skill. So there are because each and every people's we have smartphone, so I can utilize very well that time. I watched all the videos. There are only English version. So I watched some motivational speaker and even some spiritual videos also where I learn lots of vocabulary also because I know without vocabulary I can't speak well. So there is lots of time basically in the morning session and also in the evening session. sometimes I call to my friends who are interested during your group. So it would be very helpful because before the lockdown I don't know how to speak and how to deliver my speech in front of the people and also by phone calls. But today I know I'm not a very good speaker, but although I know now I can speak little bit. I know I need more and more practicing. So this pandemic learned lots of things. Like I never went to kitchen. So I think why I'm not learning some new things like kitchen works. So sometimes I went to kitchen, help my wife how she can some manage how she can some build some new things, and also I learned from her. So it is a very good thing for me to make some like what is say like okay some biryani, how to make biryani, and some like some mutton. Okay, so I learned something, but not at all. Some things I
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
learn, right? And
That's good.
at that time I just learned uh, that because my art is very poor. That time I learned some art also from the YouTube videos. So
That,
it is my story. It was my story.
that's great. So thank you very much, Mr. Rajesh, for sharing your wisdom, knowledge, your experience.
Right. Thank you very much.
And definitely people have got lots of value, out of there. So, last question I would like to ask Mr. Rajesh Nirankari. So what one message you would like to give to my audience?
I mean, the only message I would like to give here is, taking pandemic into consideration that you should be ready for the change. And when such time comes, you should be ready to invest yourselves. You should be open to learn new things. So this is the message I like to give to all the people here. That I mean, what I feel is nothing comes for free. Okay, so you have to spend in yourself. You have to spend to change yourself and learn new things and survive these tough times. Right? So that is one message definitely I like to give.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And whatever things you are absorbing about me. So because of self development, I am in this position.
Right.
Okay, now I have much more confident. I can speak around the not India level, around the world level. And I have also positive mindset, and I have been also writing my own book, and I'm working for that. So I am also big believer of self development, and definitely people would be people should be invest some amount of money for themselves,
Right.
not for others. So thank you very much, Mr. Rajesh Nirankari ji, and another guest, Mr. Rajesh. Thank you
Thank you very much.
for giving me sharing us experience, knowledge, and many more things. Thank you. Namaste.
It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ravi.